Hey guys, Myles has been recording his progress on his brother-in-law's 1966 Dodge Monaco, and he's put together a little bit of a program for us today, so I'm going to present that here. And thanks so much to Myles for recording all of the work on this lovely Monaco two-door hardtop 383 car, and it's getting pretty close to being roadworthy, so we'll let Myles get us up to date here. Me and Frankers will see you in a few minutes. There you go. Oh yeah.
Okay, so we got another day on the old Monaco. Got a couple helpers today. It's my sis Lissa there on the left, and of course you've met Dave before, my brother-in-law. So we're missing a few pieces of tin over here, and I think we're ready to start. And I'd love to see things like hood on, inner tub in place, and maybe outer fenders by the end of today, and it's going to be a short one. So we all have stuff going on this afternoon. So let's make ourselves a space to work and grab some tin and see what we can get done. Back in the workshop for another day. We've got parts of a grill coming together. Looks pretty nice though. It's been all cleaned up now, eh?
Yep.
Dad's supervising. He got his side in. Dave's playing musical buckets over here, trying to figure out which one goes where.
Yeah, I got it now.
You got it. No problem.
I got it now.
We got what appears to be, I don't know, front end of a car again.
Tubs of pins.
Yeah. Bolted her all together. Beautiful 383. We're wrapping up some final details because we're kicking this car out of the shop for the summer so I can play with a few of my own toys and catch up on a few repairs I've been putting off. We got a running 383 in there. We'll get that grill in there, get those headlights set up today, hopefully. Ready to put tires on. And then we will look at cleaning up the interior. I think we have new carpet, so we'll swap that carpet. For now, it feels good though. We got really decent lines, as you can see, all the way down, nice even line. Very comparable to what the factory had on the doors. The doors have not been off. We never messed with that. So they were all lined by the factory. And same on the other side. It took us about a day to set everything up. There we go. Another beautiful gap all the way down. Things line up very nicely here. Hard to show that sometimes, but did a great job. That is all done. We simply just have to prep that for paint. Top side, same with the hood, but we weren't dealing with exterior surfaces. I see somebody must have got bored with the sander on this one. Was that you, Fred? Did you get bored with the sander on the outside of this fender?
No, don't look at me.
I love Mopars for this reason, because you get this big ass tool bench to work off of until you paint your car. So, but it's kind of a pain to try getting in the trunk later. Oh, that looks ready to go even. Cleaned up and painted, eh?
Yep.
You did that years ago or what?
Years ago.
Nice. Set it in the grill. Doesn't really drop into any holes, but the screws are lined up for the holes now.
Must be at the bottom.
If he knows where the screws are, you'll be able to put that together. Ooh, look how pretty. That looks NOS, dude. Jeez. That is so nice.
Wow.
You did that years ago? You just detailed everything?
Yep.
So we started tearing into the front end, the interior of the 66 Monaco today. And some of the carpet has gone to pieces. No mold, mildew, found a little rust down here in the floor. Gonna have to make a patch there. Got a little bit more cleanup to do. And I was just starting to rip the carpet out. Console's all removed, of course. And we'll get underneath these fronts. Oh, that's pretty. We got the grill installed yesterday, and everything's really nice and straight. Great looking front end. Okay, if all goes well today, we're going to have this nice piece dropped into this crappy little floor. You'll see kind of the Swiss cheese we're dealing with underneath here. Lots of weak spots. After he wire wheeled it, they became quite evident. So we're going to go ahead, and I center punched all the spot welds. So we're going to drill those out. I've got a step bit that I'm going to use. It's long and skinny to be able to fight its way through quickly. And yes, I want to drill right through the pan because, as you can see, the new pan's going underneath. So if I make some nice holes getting rid of these spot welds, then it'll be easy to tack the new panel into place. That's our plan for today. Let's see how it goes. And that's a finished floor pan. I'll weld it in. Got a nice edge again, like the factory. Didn't countersink it, but other than that, it looks great. Everything's solid. So we'll throw some seam sealer on there tonight, and it should be ready to paint in a day or so. Right on, one more patch to go. So just fitted the second patch over here in the driver's front floor. Probably windshield leaking, but we'll be addressing that soon enough. As you can see, it's full of cracks and just destroyed, so we'll solve that problem when we get there. I've gone ahead and done a few cuts, so it's just a matter of putting a little pressure down to get the surfaces lined up and tack it into place. Nothing too exciting here. Keep at it. And there's our completed second patch. Nice and smooth. Solid steel again. Car should go another 20 years without problems like this. I have put far too many hours into this car today. My back's killing me and I am calling. That feels pretty good to have all that finished up. Now we can go ahead and apply some new seam sealer and yeah, get the seam sealer on everything and let that dry, and we're going to paint some floors and put everything back together. So fantastic. Check in soon. Okay, so like we said, patches are all done. I vacuumed all the floor, pulled all the tools out, wiping it down with wax and grease remover right now. And we're going to go ahead with our first layer of rust protectant black. I think it is gloss black, nothing too special. Not going all the way to paint this body color. Well, that looks better. Not the crusty floor that it was. So that feels good. Quick change. Floor looks fantastic. There's our new patch. Can't really tell where I welded it. That's kind of what I was hoping for. And yeah, so we'll seam seal that next time once that's dry. Give me a couple days. Seam seal it, then once that's dry we can top coat it. Alright, seam sealer is all applied. Every low groove on the floor had seam sealer from the factory, and most of it had let go, but I've gone ahead and thrown it back in, and this is pretty fun work because you really don't have to worry about being careful. The factory boys certainly weren't. Slop it in there, cover every seam, move on. Anyway, that feels pretty good for tonight's work. Once that's dry, yeah, perhaps you can notice I went ahead and put all the plugs back in. I like to paint a little seam sealer around each plug before I throw them back into place. Yes, it makes it a little harder to get them out next time, but it sure gives me a watertight seal until then. So I like that. I think next time I'm playing with this car, I am putting carpet in. Unless, no. Oh, we have a whole bunch of, what is it, 8mm butyl insulation to put all over the floor. Quiet this car down a little bit before we go to the carpet. So I'll set up a fan here tonight, get the seam sealer to dry as quickly as possible, and then we'll get on putting that insulation in next. That looks a little bit different compared to the floor we started with. So I went ahead and threw insulation, 8mm butyl insulation all through the floor. Just quiets everything down so much. It just dulls it. Some new product I'm trying. I was using Noiko before, but I couldn't locate that, so I'm trying this stuff. It seems to be as thick, perhaps not quite as sticky. So down on the floor should be just fine. And we ran out of product to do the tunnel, so too bad, so sad. But I have some new carpet. It's ready to go. I will have to wash my hands up a little bit before I touch that stuff. We're really running out of time here. I'm looking at 5 more days to do this. Today is Friday night, so 2 more days to stick the interior all back together. My buddy came by to lend us a seat while we're waiting for the upholsterers. Just need to clean that up a little bit, kind of demold the seat. But that is a 66 C-body bucket seat. He even brought us the driver's side, which is wicked. And that'll be a nice little loaner for moving the car back to Dave's place for the summer until our seats are finished and we're ready to roll again. Nothing like putting fresh carpet in a car. That just looks so good. You want to reach out and touch it with your clean hands. So nice, brand new carpet. Oh, what a good moment. Such a good one. You want to just crawl in there. Tomorrow I'll find some sill plates. I'll trim these edges and start putting kick panels in, sill plates, and get the console back in there for now. All that good stuff. And then give that dash a cleaning. Woo! I've seen some dust. When you get to grinding and welding floor pans in, you do make a good amount of dirt. Anyway, this is looking really nice. We are on, what did we say, a 6-day countdown to get this thing out of here, so we got to keep at it. Started to uncover and do a light detail on this thing. The windows were really bugging me, so I had to go through and give a little cleaning there. Carpet's all dialed in, sill plates, kick panels, consoles all bolted in. Got the door panels all back on, package trays sealed. So the seats are not done from the upholsterer yet, so we're just borrowing this seat so we can move the car back to Dave's place, about a half-hour drive away. And then I'm going to steal the seat out of this, put in my Fury to drive my Fury home from storage, which is out in our Ardrossan area. And then hopefully our seats will be ready sometime midsummer, I guess. We'll see what happens. But that's a day's work. Putting all that stuff together, trimming the carpet, cleaning parts as we go. So tires, check the brakes, make sure all the brakes are working fine. And put some gas in it because we went to start it the other day and it would not start. Discovered that she's out of gas. So we had just enough gas to do the 20-minute or 25-minute break-in that we did on the 3D3, and then it was bone dry. It's pretty funny. That's enough for today. I'm beat. Let's end with a nice grill shot. And Dave will be back tomorrow. So I know we've jumped ahead a little bit. It was just a fast push the last week or so to get every little thing done so we can put it on the ground and kick it out of my shop. And that's what we did. So I cleaned up, painted some rims, installed some tires at the shop. did prime it a few minutes ago, so it should start for us. Nice oil pressure out of the 383. Have fun!
You gonna stay there? Okay. Hey guys, thanks so much for checking it out, and thanks again to Myles for recording all that. Very, very kind of you, buddy. Leave Myles a thumbs up for the work recording and working on that beautiful Monaco. We'll see everybody on Saturday. We have a lot of fun adventures coming up, and I think you guys are gonna like it. All right.
Nope.
Right, Frankers?
No.
This is a regular contributor.
Same old shit.